So, welcome everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're coming from. My name is Petra, if you don't know me yet. Whoever is coming here every week, I love seeing you. I love seeing faces. So, if you put your cameras on, I'll be really happy. And if you don't want to make me happy, that's okay too. I'll make myself happy. But I just love seeing faces. Hello. Junia, is it Junia, Junia? How do you pronounce your name? I really want to know.
Junior, like senior, junior.
Junia, I love it. I really love it. I love different names, and I always love to know how you pronounce it. For me, it's frequency, and I hear it like when you pronounce the name, it vibrates through the body, and I love it. And it's really funny because I joke around about this, but it's actually true. I tend to rename people a lot of times, and they tell me their names, but the frequency that's coming through, it's a completely different frequency. So it comes through my head as a different name. So I just literally it stays in my head as that name, as a frequency. And then I literally go and yell at them, like seriously, their name is for example, Nina, and I call them, I don't know, Tanya, right? And I start yelling, Tanya, and they go, what? So yeah, I kind of live in that world of different frequencies. But Junia, I love it. I really love it. Thank you for sharing that with me. I've learned something new today. I love that. Okay, so as we've done the foundational September and a bit of October, we're moving today is the last one, which is the focus. We're going to talk about focus today. And my approach to focus is a bit different, as you've been probably noticing from the last few sessions. The way I see the world, the way I see things in frequency, vibrations, energy, it's quite different than majority of people, as I've been told. So if something doesn't feel right for you, that's okay. Let it go. If it resonates, great. Take it, integrate it, join it with everything that you've learned in your past, because that's how we learn. Yeah, that's how I feel like it's fun to learn, right? It's not to just blindly trust everyone out there, is to actually check in with ourselves. And because today is the last day of the foundations, it's something that I really would like to share with you and do this session a bit differently. The theory now is kind of laid down, and now we're moving into practical stuff and really delving down deep into ourselves and into the Healy and how to actually bridge that gap. So for me, tonight, before we do anything, I would like to do like a mini meditation, if that's okay with everyone. You can participate if you want to. If not, it's okay. But there's a reason why I want to do that, because we are going to talk about something tonight, and I really want your experience with it, because we learn through experience. We don't learn through theory. Yeah. So we have to kind of understand it. Our 3D brain needs to understand it, because that's kind of how we learn through life. But in essence, our body already knows. That's what Healy is all about, right? It's tapping into the body. So to learn how to actually connect to the body, we need to listen to the body, and we need to kind of practice and experience things through the body. So we can understand everything that we've done in the past month, but that's just a foundation for us to start connecting the dots. And when we actually are on our journey of whatever that is, be it healing, being manifestation of anything, which we manifest, we talked about this last week, we manifest all the time, creating something you would like, either be it relationship, be it, pure thriving health, be it creative business, be it, great relationship with your children, with your partner, with attracting your partner, whatever that is. Yeah. Whatever that is for you. Anything that you put a label on it. Yeah. It's literally a label. Everything in the energetic world is just frequency. It does not distinguish between, a lot of money or a romantic partner or a child or health. Yeah. So it's just our perception how we see that. So today I want to really just first calm our energy down, but also do a bit of experimenting. Okay, so if everybody's ready, whoever's participating, I would really love you to take a deep breath through the nose and slowly release through the mouth. Shorter inhalation, longer exhalation. Yeah, so you can close your eyes in between if you would like to. If you feel more safe, you can turn off the camera during this space, so you have your intimacy. But otherwise, it's your choice what to do. Yeah, so I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath in through the nose, and slowly exhale through the mouth. Another deep breath in through the nose, and slowly exhale through the mouth. Now I want you to just focus slowly, put your attention onto your breath. And just allow your breath to move in and out through the body. No force, naturally moving through the body. Just focusing on your breath coming into the body and your breath going out of your body. Now I want you to imagine like there is a door on your forehead and you're stepping through that door inside your body. You're literally taking a step into the center of your body. It's a really beautiful space. It's like a slide. And I want you to imagine becoming a feather, a really light, soft feather. And I want you to slowly start dropping down through the center of your body, swaying through, down through your head, through your throat, through your chest, through your heart, down through your belly, and right down into your womb space, between your hips. Just settle down in there. Now I want you to just imagine the energy in that space. How does it feel like? If something comes up, that's okay. Just observe it. Observe the feelings, the textures, sensations. Now I want you to move this energy out of your womb space, out of this pelvic floor. And I want you to move the energy down through your legs and into your knees. Now I want you to observe, how does the left knee feel? Does it feel tense? Does it feel light? Does it feel heavy? Does it feel warm? Just observe these sensations. Whatever you feel, it's perfectly okay. Now I want you to move your attention to the right knee and just observe how the right knee feels. Does it feel warm? Does it feel cold? Heavy, light, flexible, or tension? Now I want you to choose the knee that feels better to you, that feels lighter, that feels more radiant, that feels more healthy, if you want to word it that way. I want you to feel that energy in that knee that feels really good. And I want you to imagine sending that energy into your other knee, feeling the same sensations of either warmth and expansion and lightness transferring into the other knee. And I want you to focus on that until both of your knees feel the same. Transferring that energy, balancing both knees. Now I want you to take a deep breath in through the nose and release any tension in the body through the mouth. And again through the nose. And slow release of any tension through the mouth. I want you to slowly bring that beautiful energy up through your legs, through your pelvis, back through your belly, and into your heart. And I want you to thank your body for supporting you, for loving you, for always being there for you, always trying to protect you. I want you to say, you could put your hands on your heart and say to yourself, thank you. Thank you for being there for me, and thank you for supporting me. I am loved unconditionally. I want you to take a deep breath in, slowly release through the mouth. Start observing your fingers, your hands, start moving your hands and your arms and your shoulders, coming back to the room and slowly opening your eyes. Welcome back to the space. It's 1919 at my place, funny enough. Now tell me, you can unmute yourself. Tell me, what did we do? What did you just do?
We focused and we sent energy between one part of us to another.
Correct. Focus, yeah? Focus can have different layers. Focus can mean to focus on an object of our affection or attention. Normally we say in the physical world, you know, you need to be focused to be productive. Yeah, but that's just the physical layer. So let's look at what focus really is and why it's so important, especially when using Healy. Yeah, because we're talking about quantum space. So let me share my screen again so we can actually see some things. Where do I have that? This one. Oh, where am I doing this? Can you see my slide? Thumbs up if you can see the slide. Perfect. So, what is focus really? Focus is conscious attention. Conscious meaning our awareness of the world within ourselves and outside of ourselves. Anything that's within ourselves, it's not separate from the outside world. And anything that's outside in our reality, which we think it's separate, it's actually a part of us. And when we say attention, it's where we are actually directing our energy. Our energy means our thought, our emotions, our actions, all of those are attention because they're frequency and energy. So when we join those two together, having consciousness, meaning being aware of who we are, where we are, and how we are being, with attention, meaning how we are directing that energy of us being, is focus. Because when we have, last week we talked about intention. Our intention is an arrow directing us on our path. Our focus is the path. So if we are directing that energy towards that arrow, that vision, we are actually focusing on our path. So, and we're going to look at later on when people say, when I'm lost, yeah? And people say, I'm walking my path, but I'm lost. What does that really mean? And also when we have an intention, why is it so important to understand the focus behind it? Because if we have an intention of wanting to create something, that doesn't mean we're going to create it. If we are actually not focusing our energy towards what we are creating and transforming it on the journey, we're not going to get there. We're literally going to be on a hamster wheel. Yeah, so we're going to learn how to do that today. So why is focus important? Well, it determines our path towards our vision. So we are actually creating a path with our focus. It could be straight, it could be wavy, yeah. It also can be in circles, like on a hamster wheel, yeah. But that's all a part of the journey of learning. There's no judgment around it. It also determines our experience on this journey. So how are we experiencing our path towards the vision that we are creating? The vision can be anything, yeah. Can be great health, yeah, because I'm in pain and my body is not really feeling well. It could be I want to create more abundance in my life because I feel currently in lack, yeah. It also can be I would like to have beautiful, deep connections with people because I'm lacking the connection currently, yeah. But the focus of how we transform that energy is important. And the experience we have along the way, either we torture ourselves and we resist and we have, you know, really heavy feelings, or we are actually enjoying the ride. Yeah. And those are just extremes. Normally, the truth is somewhere in between. It's also teaching us how to manage our energy supply and direction of that energy, because we're going to look at how that changes. It teaches us boundaries and our priorities on the path. So let's look at the path. I did a bit of a drawing here. Yeah. I like drawing things to put together. So it's a visual effect for everyone because we are visual humans. And as kids, we like to learn in different ways. So let's look at our intention. Our intention, like we did last week, creates the vision. So let's say that this is a vision, yeah, that we want to create. It's a beautiful landscape, yeah. Whatever that landscape is for you, it's perfectly fine. But it is a landscape. We're going towards this vision. So in order to actually get to that vision, we need to actually define our why. We're going to look at this a bit in depth later on our journey, but we do need to define our why. Because if we actually don't know why that vision and that outcome is important to us, we're not going to get out of bed every morning and actually walk the path. Yeah, because the path is not always clear. And also, we also need to understand what feelings we want to experience in our body that will bring, that this vision will bring us. So if we don't, what we are actually looking for in that vision with the intention that we are setting is the feeling, the experience within our body. We're not looking for the physical outcome, because when we actually create that outcome, that vision, it doesn't feel any different. Yeah, but it doesn't look, but we don't feel any different when we are actually at the goal. It will feel different on the path, every step of the path, because what we're doing when we are sitting here, this little guy here, yeah, and the person we become here when we actually get to our vision are two different people. Yeah, we feel, oh look, I have balloons again. I need to figure out what's going on with this one. So here we are feeling, we are thinking, we are acting completely differently as a being than here when we actually get to our goal. So what the focus and the path will do to us, actually we're doing it to ourselves, but it's creating a journey for us. It's actually transforming us. We are shifting the frequency. We are shifting the way we think. We are shifting the way we feel. We are widening our perception. We are looking at it from a different angle. Yeah, so we are changing ourselves completely. And when we come to that end, looking back, we're going to see how much we actually changed. We will not see the changes when we are on the path. Just letting you know that. Yeah, so when we are focused on the path, we're not going to understand what's actually happening, because we are in that vortex, in like a washing machine, right? Because we are full of feelings and everything that's happening and transforming. Yeah, so we're in a transition. But when we're going to end up in the vision, when we actually achieve our goals, we're going to look back and we're going to see how much we've changed. So you need to understand why you're doing this. So if you're setting an intention, for example, my body's thriving and I'm healthy and vibrant, you need to understand why are you doing this and how important that is to you, and what feelings are you actually after, that are you experiencing in the body. Because when we are creating things in energy, and we're going to talk about that next week, is feelings are what we actually want to have, because the mind doesn't know the difference between past, present, and future. So when we are experiencing feelings within the body of the future self, we already have that in energy. So energetic healing, and this is also my personal experience, healing within our body on an energetic level, the quantum level, happens instantaneously. It has no delay. Yeah, so that means even if you're sick, on a quantum level, the healing happens instantaneously. The physical body and our perception and our thoughts and our beliefs and our emotions are the ones catching up. So the more we keep that feelings going of the vision we want to achieve, the more we are transforming ourselves, our being, and moving ourselves closer in vibration and frequency, in wholeness, to what we want to become. Hope this makes sense. Awareness, expanding our awareness through our focus, is really, really important. So if I look at this guy, little guy here, yeah? So our focus can be on different levels. So this guy has a flashlight. So imagine that you are in a forest and you need to walk a path. And all you have is a flashlight, and everything else is pitch dark around you. There's literally no stars, it's cloudy, there's no moon, and everything is pitch black. And all you have is a flashlight. So if you turn on that flashlight, what you're going to see? You're going to see a small patch of light, and you're going to focus your attention to that patch of light. What happens if something, there's a noise behind you in a pitch black environment? You're going to move that flashlight right where that noise was. Why? Because that flashlight is actually your ego. And ego meaning not a bad thing. Ego is a good thing. Ego is something that it's a part of us that actually helps us survive. It created patterns, it created techniques, it created survival patterns that actually helps us stay alive. But it only sees a small patch and it focuses normally on survival. What about if we turn off that flashlight? Your body goes, right? Because you're not used to it. But the trick is that you have a huge flashlight right within your body, in your heart. If you actually tune in and connect with your heart and your body and start listening to the messages of your body and trusting your body to actually give you guidance, you will not believe the light in your heart that you will expand. So what happens if I now turn off the flashlight and turn on the sun? You will see the entire path. Not only that, you will be aware of every step on that path. Not only that, you will be aware of everything around you and within you when you are walking. Why is that important? Because when we actually tune into our heart, we go into coherence, and we talked about it a few weeks ago. Coherence is what actually opens our information field on a quantum level and what we call turns on the sun. Because then we are open, our perception is open, and new information can actually come into the body. And now your body is capable of filtering through that information and giving you feedback. Feedback for your environment, feedback for you if you're on the right path, not going zigzaggy on the path, yeah, so you're walking the straight path, or what to do in situations like when there's a wave coming, yeah? Waves, you have rocks, you have mountains, you have bush on your path. So you have challenges that you'll be facing going towards your vision, towards what you want to become. Why? Because this person here lives with emotions, thoughts, beliefs from the past. Because this is the outcome from the path that you created from the past. So this person now needs to change the emotions, the thoughts, the beliefs in order to come to this creation. So you will need to transform frequency, shift it, yeah? So you'll have challenges to let go of the stuck energy. That's not needed anymore. I can't even speak anymore. So, but there's something that's pretty cool on this path. Even if you get stuck, look what's here. There's candles. Those candles, even if you feel like you're in the dark, if you trust your body, those are the ones guiding you, guiding in the right direction. Even if it feels like you don't know where you're going, even if it feels like completely unknown, even if it feels like you have no freaking idea what the heck are you doing, yeah? Because you are not meant to know everything. I'm so sorry to burst your bubble, but you're not meant to know everything. And that's a big one for me. I wanted to know everything. But the thing is, the prettiest thing and the really exciting thing is that you can actually make a step-by-step path. So you can put those candles down the path. And you actually did. If we go into the quantum level, before we come into a physical body, we are energy. We are soul, we are source energy. This is going to be a bit wider, but we actually pre-framed our paths here in this life. And there's a bigger picture. You can say it's universe, it's God, creator, whatever you want to call it. But there's a higher power directing us. There's a reason for that direction. And those goals that you set that resonate with you, not with your head, goals that resonate with your heart, those goals are the ones that you already know you need to do and need to take that path because you intuitively are drawn to them. So when we look at the step-by-step path, there are tools that we will need in our backpack, yeah, when we are actually walking the path, because there might be a tsunami of emotions coming up, right? There might be triggers from the outside, from other people. We might feel, all of a sudden we want to cry. We don't have a clue why we're crying. We will have, stuck energy, rocks on the road that we feel like stuck. We don't know where to go anymore, right? Then be mountains, like we'll be tired. There's so much work to do and I'm still not there where I want to go, right? And then we have so much bush and so much forest that we can't even see anything beyond that, yeah? But perseverance through that, understanding and trusting what we've learned before, trusting in a bigger picture. So bigger picture, we can have access to that bigger picture when we actually come and connect to the body. The more we connect, the more we learn about ourselves, the wider the picture becomes. Yeah, so we can't imagine that we've been living with that small flashlight, being scared of everything around us. And when we turn the flashlight off, we think that, oh, we're going to see everything. No, we're going to have to let go of certain things in order to surrender into the process of this path on this journey. But trust me, the more you do, the more you risk that, the more you use the frequency to transform, the better you become at it. Yeah, and the more you're going to see the results with it. So these are a few of the things to look for on your journey. Yeah, belief systems. Yeah, so our beliefs actually determine our reality, how we see it, our perception of reality. And if we only see a certain amount, we have this flashlight, this is how we're going to see the world. But if we actually widen our awareness and we see things from different perspectives and we are open in looking from different angles, we're going to see a completely different world. So building beliefs, new beliefs, and also letting go of old beliefs is really important when we want to create something new. Emotional release. Why is this important? Emotional release is crucial because emotions, we were talking about it, they are energy and they are vibration, frequency within your body. And if you don't release stuck emotions that are contracting you, your being, your thoughts, your beliefs, your being, your whole being, you will be stuck in one place because that frequency will literally drag you down in contraction. So you need to allow to let go in order for something new to come in. And that can be done really simply. Yeah. And we're going to do a plan today. Yeah. Physical shift. So if we are transforming emotions and looking at things from different layers, our body has different layers. We look at different layers. We're kind of releasing those things. We also need to look at things on a physical because energy runs in circles. So you have a physical element, we have an emotional element, we have a mental element, we have an energetic element. So all of them need to connect in order to healing to happen. Healing on all levels. Yeah, I'm not saying just, or transformation. Yeah. So physical shifts, supporting yourself with frequency on a physical level, certain organs, your meridians, helping the body to let go. That's what it is. It's not healing any organs. It's not healing anything. It's literally helping the body to heal. So the body knows what it needs, and Healy also knows what body needs. So this is a great tool to actually help you on your journey. Otherwise, movement, fascia exercises. We're going to take a look at more closely all of these on a physical level when we get to the physical part. But you can start doing at least walking or stretching or yoga, whatever it feels good for you, dancing. Yeah, anything that moves and stretches your body, it moves the energy out. Personal growth. All of the above is a personal growth. But there is a beautiful database in Healy called personal growth. And there's literally, you can scan it and you can actually vibrate all of the things that your body needs into your field. Personal growth is also using the coaching program, using emotional releases or emotional scans, yeah, that we've looked at. So all of that is personal growth. Whatever you are doing to transform your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, your actions will actually help you grow personally. Consistency. Without consistency, there is nothing. If we are looking at creating a habit, our brain needs at least 28 days to actually click to create a habit. So if you are out of balance, and we've talked about this in previous sessions, if you are out of balance and your body wants to come back to balance, when you're using Healy, it's not going to help you in any way to use one scan one day and another scan the next day. There's too many different frequencies going into your body. So consistency is the key. So my ideal version would be probably between 4 to 5 weeks. But as I said before, I encourage you to try it on yourself. Try it for 4 weeks, try it for 5 weeks, try it for 6 weeks. Vibrate one list, one scan for 4, 5, or 6 weeks and see the changes. Because that's how we're going to learn, is through practice, to do the work. Or let's just say joyful work, yeah, because we can actually enjoy the ride. Boundaries. Who's good at boundaries? Who's good at boundaries? Yay, hands! I love that. Okay, so if you're not good at boundaries, then the journey is a bit of a roller coaster. Yeah, because the path that you're walking, boundaries actually, you see this little path that has the left side and then it has the right side. So you can actually see a path. Yeah, so it has boundaries of the path. Boundaries are actually focus. They're nothing else but focus. So you prioritizing whatever that is and focusing on your priority and setting limitations of who can come in, what's allowed, what's not allowed in order to have that path. So imagine if you have this path and there would be someone walking beside you and they wouldn't have any boundaries and their wave would actually crush into your path, into you. Or they would do some, crushing of the rocks and they'll start, banging the rocks and there wouldn't be any boundaries and those rocks from that person would literally hit you on your path. This is a physical representation of what happens when somebody that does not have energetic boundaries and it's processing certain emotions comes in contact with you and influences your field. Yeah? Did you ever feel like going to a shopping center and you feel drained? Or you go catch up with someone that has, a really contractive energy, is processing a lot, is in grief or shame or whatever, and you go on a coffee date or whatever it is, and you come home and you go, why am I so drained? Because you're actually absorbing that energy because you don't have boundaries. So boundaries are teaching our kids, others, and yourself how to treat you and how to respect you. So energy is really important, especially when we come to a quantum field. There's so many things out there and we can't see them. Yeah, physically we can at least touch things and move them, but energetically we if we don't actually tune into our body and start checking in constantly, what happens is we are bombarded with all these frequencies that we don't know what to do with. And then all of a sudden you become drained, or you're tired, or you don't know what to do, or and then you kind of give up. Yeah, so understanding the perception of things, of how things go together on your path and what influences things and your path and your journey, it's crucial, because this will actually keep you focused on where you are going. Okay, now another thing that I want to tell you, this is something that I kind of combined with someone that started explaining things, but it explained things so well, and it exactly the way I see focus. So everything in energy, looking at frequency, is either expansive or contractive. So we looked at emotions that are expansive and contractive, right? So contractive emotions drain the energy, so they suck the energy out, life energy out of the cell. Expansive emotions bring more space. They, you can breathe through it. Yeah. The same happens with energy in focus. Yeah. So this is a focus matrix. So when we are looking at this, we have the conscious side and we have the unconscious side. We have the expansion side and we have the contraction side. So this is something to help you when you are on your journey to understand, not only to connect with your body much faster, but to check in with yourself where you are in the vibrational field. Yeah, are you in contraction or are you in expansion? Are you actually conscious of things that are happening in your life? Are you actually unconscious of things that you're actually doing and the things that are happening in your life? So, and this also helps you when you are building and walking towards your vision. It actually helps you to manage your energy and also direct your energy. And you can check in, what is the foundation, the frequency I am creating from? So let me explain this. So for example, if you would like to create your vision, you would want to, for example, let's say that my vision, my intention is to feel at peace in my body. Yeah. Peace means presence, means being relaxed, being joyful. Yeah. That's peace in the body. So that's this matrix, this quadrant. Yeah. So that means I need to go into expansive emotions and need to be conscious of them. Yeah. I need to literally understand what emotions I'm feeling, how do they feel in the body, and also what the expression of them is, and literally, am I in that state? But if I'm always stressed and anxious, and I react to things, triggers in life, and I get annoyed really fast, yeah, then I'm actually living life from the unconscious part of me. And I'm also in the contraction, meaning that I can't bring any new information into my life. So I can't be aware of things that I can't see. So it's going to be harder for me to transform things. So these are, you can take a photo of this if you want to, write down things if you would like to. But this gives you, these are all feelings, not emotions, feelings. So how do you feel in the body? Yeah, your feelings are the expression of the emotion. So meaning, do I feel light and happy and joyful? It's like bubbly. Yeah. Do I feel a bit creative? Do I feel in flow state? So flow state is a bridge between the contraction and the expansion. So we are conscious, but we are in contraction. Yeah. So we are transforming emotions. And these are not good or bad. Yeah. They're just state of being, state of mind, state of emotion, state of being. So this will give you kind of, basic information of where you are at. And that can happen throughout the day. You can shift from one to another, but you at least know, for example, if I'm stressed, I go, oh, I'm stressed. Do I want that? How does that feel in the body? Do I want to feel this way? If I don't want to feel this way, how can I shift this? And what do I want to shift it into? So if I want to shift it into present and creative and being joyful, yeah, probably I'm not going to jump from here to here. I probably need to go into flow state first. Yeah. So let's look at how we can shift this. Yeah. Okay. My question to you, who has created their own intention last week? Have you write it down? Do you know your intention? I would like to choose one, and I would love to give to you so we can actually create a plan for you for the next 4 weeks. So you can create whatever you would like to start creating and shifting. And I would like you to start observing. Anybody that would like to participate? And this is completely, it doesn't have to be really deep or intimate. You can just have a basic intention of what you want to create. Anybody would like to participate? Oh, cool. Yay. Unmute yourself, Junior.
Okay, so it's the first time that I'm attending any of your sessions, missed last week's. But
That's
if
okay.
yeah, if intention, I would like clarity as to what to do next. Yeah.
That's okay. So what to do next? Okay. So what is it that so intention is something we need to create in present state. So meaning it needs to be positive intention. So for example, if I would like to create, just asking a question, what's next? It's quite a wide question, right? So we need to kind of narrow the focus to actually create a vision. So what is it that you are looking for that you would like to create? Is it what's next in your relationships? Is what's next in your life? Is it what's next in your business? Is it what's next in your health? What area of your life you would like to look at?
Yes.
Business. Okay, perfect. So let's look at what's next. So what is it that your body's craving for?
Sorry?
What is it that your body is craving for? What is it that you would really love to have, to create, to experience?
I would love to experience achievements. Yeah.
So what are
Impact.
achievements for you?
Yeah, mommy.
Achievements are equals recognition. I would like to achieve impact, which is contribution.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm listening. Yeah.
And
So what
and
is it? So contribution and achievement. So achievement and recognition. So recognition, recognizing yourself for you, recognizing yourself, or others recognizing you.
I'm thinking, okay.
Yeah. I feel you. I can hear you. That's
both.
okay. You think
I think both.
both. So how would it feel? How would it feel for you to recognize yourself? If you would literally just close your eyes in the body, how does that feel in the body? And what part of the body do you feel it in?
This area, like just this area, upper body,
heart.
and it goes woohoo.
Cool. So it's like a joyful feeling.
Yeah, like an uplifting kind of a joy.
You don't know.
Okay, so for example, then we actually can write an intention out of it. Yeah, and we can go, I feel, so this is me just going out, yeah, out on limb. Let me just turn on my Healy so I can share the screen, and we can actually go directly and we will tell you what to do. So first of all, we need to have an intention. In order to create a plan of focus, we need to have an intention. So I'm just going to write an intention here in my Healy, and then I'm going to share it. And we're going to scan that. Sorry, my Healy is kind of starting. You know when you log in and everything's prepared and then your Healy turns off and you have to log in again? And I love my Healy, really, but this is a... sometimes when I'm sharing, it's a bit annoying.
Petra,
Okay,
can I
so
ask? Okay, never mind.
Go. You ask.
The Q&A. I wanted to understand why would being overwhelmed or uncertainty, that quadrant, be an expensive unconscious one? Because I know while you say there's no negative or positive, I tend to associate positivity with expansion and negativity with contraction. So why is being lost or having a lack of clarity a good space?
it's not a good or bad. So let's reframe that. Yeah. So there is no good or bad. It just is. So for me, it's either an energy contracts itself into itself. Yeah. Meaning it literally drains the energy out. Yeah. Or it expands out. So let me just add on this. Too much contraction means less energy in the body. Too much expansion also means energy out of the body. Yeah. So we need to find the balance. So for example, not enough and too much means two extremes. So what we're doing with frequency is we have this, this is not too deep, but we have this like a path of frequency. So one end is contractive and the other one is open. Yeah. So too much openness, it's like you would put your heart on a table and it would be a buffet. Yeah. So anybody can take it, anybody can use it, anybody can do whatever wants to with it. Yeah. So that means it's too open, it's too much. Yeah. So that's not healthy for the body either. It's not balanced. And not enough, meaning a lot of boundaries around, meaning walls, and which are not boundaries, a lot of walls around your heart also means that nobody can get in. So no new information can get in. Yeah. So if we are looking at lost or overwhelmed, overwhelmed is normally a feeling when there's too much information coming in and we can't process it. But the way why we can't process it, because we are unconscious of what's actually coming in. We're not conscious of the information coming in, so we can literally integrate it and understand what to do with it. Yeah. So the same things happens when we are lost. So lost means that energy goes everywhere. So my energy goes here, my energy goes here, my energy goes that way. You know, I go to that person, I go to that person. So I'm all over the place. So if I'm all over the place, I'm not in one place. So meaning that I'm lost. I'm literally losing my energy here and here and here and here, and I'm not actually gathering it, focusing it consciously. Does that make sense? Perfect.
Perfect, wonderful. Thank you so much. It's so much clearer now.
You're welcome. So let's go back to your intention. So let's say I'm just going to go from my top of my head and then I'm going to share it. So recognition. I am joyful, living and breathing my business with internal and external recognition that fills my body. No, I live. So let's do this. I live and breathe my business with internal and external recognition that fills my body with joy. Which joy? I contribute to the world with my full heart in balance. How does that feel for you?
Wonderful. I was trying to type it down, so I didn't quite catch your last
That's
one.
okay. I can send it in the message if you want to. So I live and breathe my business with internal and external recognition that fills my body with joy. I contribute to the world with my full heart in balance.
It's long, but yeah, it's a very good start to where I want to move towards. So yeah.
Yeah, with joy. Okay, so let's do this. So now we're going to use this intention. I'm just going to copy this one so I can then send it into chat. I'm just going to pop this one in so I don't forget. Text. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me just stop this sharing here. And I'm going to share my screen. Okay, can you see my phone sharing? So let me just go in here. Okay, start now. Okay, can you see the coaching program? Yeah, perfect. So I went into, sorry, that's my partner. So I went into coaching program and I've actually typed in this. Yeah. So this is what I'm going to work, for example, for the next 4 weeks. I'm going to work on this. This is a beginning. Yeah. So my suggestion to you is to actually take one intention, work with it for 4 weeks or 5 weeks, whatever you want to, and work on it on different levels. For example, do the belief system through the coaching program. Do the emotional level through either Schussler salts, or if you really want to go deep, if you're ready to go deep, then do aura scans. Yeah. And then you scan your body daily, well, not daily, but you scan your body at the beginning. Sorry for that. At the beginning, and then you actually vibrate the same things that your body needs as support daily. But if something happens, oh, sorry, stop sharing. Let's see. If something happens and your body, for example, you start processing emotions and your digestive system is out of whack. Yeah, because when we process emotions, everything gets dumped into the digestive system. So you get bloated, or you, for example, something doesn't feel right in the belly, or you get constipated. Yeah. So because of processing emotions or anything that we are literally digesting out of the body, it's influencing on a physical level the digestive system. So you can vibrate whatever you've scanned at the first day. You can still vibrate the same physical programs throughout the 4 weeks, but you can also apply through a pink app. You can apply, for example, digest all in the deep cycles, or gastrointestinal harmony in the bioenergetic harmony 1, I think it is. Yeah. So you can actually support your body to release things faster. You can go for a walk. You can do some breathing exercises to actually help your body move that energy. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I use, so let me see if I can, this one is for free. So hopefully I can connect my thingy with this one. Are you okay if I scan you? Oh, I can't scan me. This is for me, but I would put that into the coaching program, and I would literally do the analysis for this. Yeah. And the list that comes out, I would actually vibrate that for not more than 6 minutes a day. Once per day, 6 minutes a day, every day for 4 to 5 weeks. And then I would take the same intention and I would go into aura scan, for example, or Schussler salts. You can't put that intention into Healy. But remember, quantum field is determined by how you set your intention within your body. So you can keep the same intention that we write down now, but you can keep it and feel it in your body through emotions and experiences, how you feel exactly what we wrote, how you feel it in the body while you are scanning your physical body, while you are scanning your Schussler salts, while you are scanning your aura or chakra. Bless you, it's true. Sorry, in my country we have a saying that if somebody's talking about something and somebody sneezes, it's actually true. Just to let you know. So this is how I use my programs. So I would love you, even if you start with one, bless you, even if you start with one, you don't have to do all of them. For example, coaching program for a week, yeah, and then add on maybe something emotional. Or you can just do one coaching program for 4 weeks and do nothing else and see what happens. So you're not overwhelmed with information, yeah, because that's not good either. But if you want to go deeper, then you can add on different things, yeah, and you can play with it. This is not a, this is how you do it thing. This is literally nothing else but a sandbox. You are playing with your beautiful Healy as your device. It's a playground. Explore yourself, explore your Healy, explore what comes up. Go deeper into the coaching program. We're going to have that later on. Yeah, so we're going to go and dive deeper into the coaching program. We're going to look at everything. We're going to dive into the aura so you can actually start learning what with the lists that come out, so you understand what's coming up for you. Yeah, because otherwise you're going to just read the descriptions and you go, oh, I don't know, right? But if you know the layers, you will understand where these things are coming from. Yeah, even if you don't resonate with them, they are in the subconscious level. So you're actually building up the subconscious level, bringing it up to the top. It's like bubbles rising in the soup. Yeah, they're at the top, so you can actually skim it off. Yeah, so that's how energy works. It's actually really simple, but we are so scared of it because we are afraid of what we're going to feel in the body. But because we don't have the tools to support us, I'm not kidding. Start using your Healy if you're not using it, because you can shift any state of being really fast, like really fast. I'm not kidding. So start using your Healy, but use it consistently. So first is choosing your scan. No. First is your intention. Yeah, you need to know your intention. You need to choose a scan, be it on a belief system, be it on an emotional system, be it on a physical system, or all of them. Yeah, and then you can explore which one you prefer. The third thing is to actually be consistent. For 4 to 5 weeks, the scan you do, vibrate it every single day, and then keep a journal, write down things. I don't know if you're not remembering everything, write it down so you can actually track your progress and you can see the ups and downs and you can see the transformation, because the path will not be straight. You will not go from I feel this today and tomorrow I don't feel it anymore, because it's like a spiral. Yeah, so you revisit it here and here and here, but you go deeper and deeper and deeper until you actually transform it. And I would love to encourage you. One thing that I really, really would love you to understand and feel is I know emotions can be scary, and I know pain that comes up, it can be scary. But I really, really encourage you to breathe through it, because scientifically, yeah, emotions that come up only last 6 seconds. Anything after 6 seconds is us, our brain, our ego, holding on to it. So if you realize that, you can say, I don't want to hold on to it anymore. I can let it go. And you can let it go. The world will not collapse, I promise you. And you will be surprised what you actually find on the other side. That's today. Any questions? Any aha moments? Anything you would like to share with me? Would love to hear what you have to say. You can unmute yourself, please.
I have a question, please, Patra. Thank you for that. That's all wonderful. I will use an intention and have a go at doing it through there. So that'll be interesting to follow along. In November, so this time of the day, I need to book my time out. Are you continuing on in November? Should I book my Thursday so that I?
We are doing this. We are doing this now, continuing. So it probably
Okay.
won't be through the Christmas, like the between Christmas and January, Christmas and New Year's, and maybe the first week of January, but then we are continuing onward. So every Thursday, this will be a training, and we're moving deeper and deeper into the programs and deeper into different levels of the body. So we want to prepare the foundation, but then we're going to learn more and more along the way. Yeah. And if you have
Beautiful.
anything that you would like to learn, please let me know, because I have my own perceptions, but I don't know exactly what you guys need, right? Because if you have something that you really want to specifically know and understand, let's take a look at it, right? That's why these sessions are for you. So I have a lot of knowledge, right? Everybody tells me that, right? But it's like a vast ocean. How do I put it here? If I talk about this and you actually don't want to hear about that, I'd rather have people give me feedback so I can actually focus on things that are important to you, so I'm not losing energy here, so I'm focusing energy here. Yeah, about focus today. Just wanted to pop it in. Yeah.
I want to listen to everything your brain's got to do. So yeah, everything's
Oh,
fine.
thank you. Thank you. Oh, yeah, that's a bit too much. My brain bears a bit too much on that one. Any other questions? I would love to hear, Junior, how do you find it okay? Do you feel like you can do this? Is something that is it, do you feel like you can actually put that into your time in your life?
Of course, I'm really excited because you've given me a different angle. Like what I wrote in the Q&A, I always thought that the coaching was for goal setting. Like I want to achieve X amount by when, right? And maybe that's the Singaporean goal orientation that we've been brought up with, in. But when you bring in emotions and the angle being a feeling I want, it sort of like shifts, and I'm less anal about dates, about figures. Is that, did I get it? And I'm more focused on the
Yes.
emotion. Yeah.
Figures are important, but let's look at this, right? So money is energy. So if we want to create money and attract money, then we need to understand why we want to attract it. It's like any relationship in our life. So if I want to be with my partner, and he needs to feel why I want to be with him. So I need to feel that emotion within myself so he can be invited into that feeling. So he's not coming into the relationship just saying, oh, you give me that because I have a hole, so I want to feel this way, so you give me that, right? So it's the same with money. So if I say, money, come here because I want $1,000 per day. Yeah. Well, money will say, why? That's not my goal. It's an energy. It's a relationship. So it's good to have goals, because those are the candles that they guide you towards the vision. But the candle needs to have a feeling. Why is this so important to me? How am I actually going to feel when I get to that candle? And how I'm going to celebrate? Like you said before, like it feels joyful. And it also gives you a feedback, because when you actually reach that goal, you're going to know exactly that you are fulfilled because you have the feeling. And you're going to feel that feeling when you come to that goal. But if you're looking at the money and you tick the money, but there's no feeling behind it, it's empty. There's no fulfillment in it. That's why I know so many people that are so rich, but have no substance. They are completely drained and they are unhappy, right? So we want joyful experience of life, right? We want to live a different way. We want to actually share it with others. But in order to share it, we need to fill our own cup first, right? So we need to actually fulfill our emotions. We fill them up into our body. Perfect. Anyone else has any aha moments, anything to share with me? That I need to stop talking because it's 8:15. Yes, I will take that on board. But anything else that you want to learn? Next week we have a special guest. So Rachel is coming in and we're going to talk about manifestation. So we're going to take a look at some coaching things and how we're using that for manifestation. So we go deeper into that. And next month we're going to have a special guest, and we're going to look at aura quite in depth. So we're going to go really into the nitty gritty of things. Yeah. So it's challenging and confronting, but it's actually good because it gives us an opportunity to transform. So I really want you to start thinking in your life, anything that comes in your life and triggers you and you're not happy with it. Take a breath and go, thank you. Just thank that person, thank that situation, because they are bringing to life what you are not aware of yet. And you can thank them because now you have an opportunity to choose to actually transform. And you can let it go. You can go say, bye, thank you for being here, but I don't need you anymore. Bye-bye. Yeah? Okay. Anyone else that would like to share anything? Yeah, make it. Yes. Hi, I didn't even see you.
Thank you, Petra. You're explaining things so well. I've got this beautiful vision of that path now. I like to ask, when you do the scan, aura and coaching, both the numbers come between 1 and 10.
Yep.
I thought if it's a high number, you've already been working on, you're more aware of it. Is that?
Yep. Yes. So this is how Healy is doing it. So the higher the number, the more in your consciousness, the lower the number, the more in your subconscious.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. That's all. Thank you.
When we're going to go into those things in the aura, and we're going to look at the negative relevances so we know what those are as well.
Great. Look forward to that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool. Anything else? Anybody? Yeah, please do.
Okay, a very quick. So when I first bought my Healy, they were saying vibrate it for 37 seconds and then 2 minutes. That's optimal. But with the revised Blue Air, it's no more 37 seconds, it's 38. And I realized the hertz is different. So 37 seconds.
It's not the hertz.
400
It's actually not the hertz. It's actually not the hertz. People think it's a hertz, but it's not the hertz.
Optimal. Do I vibrate for a full hour, for 20 minutes a day?
Oh, please don't vibrate for full hour. Okay. So if you are sensitive, okay, let's look at this. So vibration, this is not a science. This is my experience. Yeah. So if you have a long list of different patterns, emotions that come up. Yeah. So imagine that every entry on that list is a specific frequency. So if you have, I don't know, let's say 100 entries, and you vibrate those 100 entries for an hour, you are actually, it's like bombing your body. So there's like huge amount of, or let's say that those frequencies are water. So you're under a waterfall, and this might be a better option. So I'm trying to find a visual aspect so you can actually understand it. So let's say you're standing under the waterfall and you have, I don't know, let's say it's 20 entries. Yeah. 20 entries on the list, and every entry is a frequency. So when you're standing under the waterfall, the longer the list, the wider the waterfall. So the more water is, longer the list, the more the water is. Yeah. So the shorter the list, the more narrow the waterfall. Yeah. So now if you imagine, if you have this wide waterfall streaming on you for an hour, how are you going to feel? If you just put yourself underneath there and you need to stand underneath that waterfall for an hour, how do you think your body will feel?
Quiet.
Correct. So now let's say that we have the same stream of water, yeah, but now we are shortening the time. So the time is now, let's say, 3 minutes or 6 minutes. Just the right time to actually feel the water. Your body can integrate it, you can clean it, you can actually just enjoy it. Yeah. Intensity, the longer the time, the more intensity for the body. The shorter the time, the more optimal for the body. So it's better to have shorter streams of water, which you can control and your body can control, than having longer streams of water that you can actually drown in. Yeah. So think of it this way. I can actually give you an experience what happens if you vibrate for too long. So my partner, I was starting to experiment because I love experimenting with my Healy. So after 3.5 years, I still love to experiment and I learned so many new things. So I was testing things because I haven't done the Schussler salts for a while. So and I was preparing for my Healy situation and our session. So I actually started scanning my Schussler salts like 2 weeks before. And I was experimenting what happens, different options that I haven't done for a while. And I said to my partner, because he was going through some emotional challenges, like, great, do this one, and just vibrate for 6 minutes. Okay, so we go for a walk. So we do walks every morning. It's about 45 minutes. And he goes, you know what? I'm just going to pop this on. I'm going to scan myself, Schussler salts, and I'll pop this on, and I'm going to vibrate for 27 minutes. And I'm like, and he was like, yep, I'm sure. I was like, okay, I'll let you do it. So I was like, you need an experience, right? So we go for a walk, 27 minutes, and the Healy stops and he says, you know what? I'm just going to do another 27 minutes so we can go back home. And I'm like, okay. I was like, let's see what happens. Before we came home, I'm not kidding, like 10 minutes before we actually went into our house, he broke down, like completely broke down. Yeah. So emotions raising, and literally all the anger, the shame, everything just was like a volcano, right? And I'm like, what's going on? And we went through it because we do reflections afterwards, right? Because it's important to do reflections. You need to start observing when you're scanning and you're vibrating, what emotions are coming up for you, and doing reflections on the situations that are happening so you can see what's actually being brought up to the surface. So we did the reflection and we wrote out the emotions that he was feeling. And I went back to the list that he was vibrating. What do you think was that on that list? Every literally identical emotions that were on the list in Healy were on his list in the reflection. So you need to understand, the more you push, it's into the body, your body will stop bringing those contractive emotions that are stuck in the body onto the surface. So if you're not ready, if you don't have the tools to actually face them, you will be overwhelmed. So then you're going to have an experience that, oh my God, Healy's making me do this. Yes, vibration is making you do this, but it's already present in your body. So if you're actually looking at it, okay, I want to do this slowly because I want to kind of, have things in life that I can balance. I want to do it slowly so I can observe what happens. I can have a reflection. I can actually transform it. I can support my body. So I would say, if you're really sensitive, do about 38 seconds 3 times a day. Yeah. If you are okay handling a bit more water, do between 2 minutes to 6 minutes per day, once a day. Yeah. If you have physical challenges and you're scanning your physical body, and something comes up, for example, that digestive issues or things like that, right? So something that your body needs support, I would vibrate physical issues longer than emotional, because physical energy is denser. So it's slower. So meaning that if you push the water, and if it's slow, it's like the mud, So you need more energy to push it and to move it, So I would maybe vibrate between, if you're sensitive, around 4 to 6 minutes. If you can handle it, up to 27 minutes, on a physical level, meaning vibrating resonance, all Healy programs, and doing the top 2 programs to vibrate the physical, so the top 2 list of programs. But I wouldn't do emotional and belief systems longer than 6 minutes. That's my experience, but it could also be different. So test it out for yourself and see what happens. So if something comes up and you have a volcano, well, maybe take a step back and do a bit less. Less is more. So people think that frequency, even if you don't feel it, that it does nothing. Yeah, it does a lot. Yeah, so, and they're just not seeing it because they have never learned to reflect and observe their own life. So this is a completely different way of living, and it's a completely different way of healing, and it's a completely different way of being, yeah, and connecting. So it's really important to understand how to shift your frequency and your perception in order to really move yourself into the direction of your whole expansion. Yeah, because what you're doing, you're expanding yourself into the world. And that also means that when you expand yourself, people will feel you more when you kind of meet them. Yeah, because your bubble will be stronger. Yeah. Does that make sense? Is this clear enough? I'm trying to find analogies like how to actually, because I know frequency world is kind of, it's hard to understand in our 3D brain. Yeah. Oh my goodness. 8:30. We've dug deep today, huh? Okay, so moving forward, next week we have our beautiful Rachel. Please, your replies and everything, replays will be in your emails end of October. But if you need the replays sooner, please join our Facebook group, the Freedom with Frequency Quantum Community, and or just message me if you want to go to the group. It's just our private group, and I post all the recordings there right away. So because we can't post them in our Healy corporate group, so they need to go through emails. It's just for the compliance. So if you want them faster and sooner, just message me. I'll pop you into the group on Facebook, and then you can get them faster. Yeah. Thank you, my beautiful people. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for coming every week. I am truly grateful. And I'm really, really hoping that this is of value for you and that you are kind of stretching and expanding your brain, so you can start expanding yourself and start living a life that you truly, truly want. Yeah. I know I've done it. I still have a lot to do, but it is possible. And I really want you to know that it is possible. Whatever you see in your mind and your heart, it's possible. Just believe in yourself. Yeah. I love you dearly. Have a great night, and I'll see you next Thursday. Bye-bye.